be prepared every way. When you get into something like this, you got to make sure you on the righteous tip going all around in 360 degrees.
I think they originally arrested everybody, as they usually do in mass arrests, just to get them off the street, to just make people kind of scared.
There was a number of rebels that were in the street rebelling that I was even with in the same car that was in the streets rebelling, and that caught cases and they were let go. So I think that that's very interesting for us to study. You know, I don't wish a case on them, but that doesn't stop me from studying who got the cases and who didn't.
I feel like they do use us as the scapegoat. They do use us as a scapegoat. And then they try to let 100 people off and then try to say it's cool, but then stick us with the felonies, and, you know, like, you could tell that it's that they picking and choosing what they want to do.
I believe I was targeted. I believe that what's very interesting about the people who were facing felonies in the Oakland 100 case, the people that I know, Drew, Holly, as well as David, the juvenile, everybody is at least in some way hooked up with some kind of political or social organization. When I say social, I mean, you know, the Nation of Islam Drew's hooked up with, and they don't claim to so much be political, but they at least have some kind of progressive outlook, you know, and it's just kind of interesting that the people who were facing the felonies had that kind of background.
And if they put away somebody of each large part of our struggle, it's going to scare people, because they're going to say, that girl looks like me, that guy looks like me, and that could be me. I could be going to jail for 6 years. That is so scary. And they're not going to want to get out in the street, and they're not going to want to organize.
I've had a number of run-ins with Bay Area police departments. This isn't the first political case that I've been locked up on for doing the kind of work that I do. I actually got locked up in Chicago in 2006, but also the Oakland Police Department. I've had a run-in with them, with my friend, close friend and comrade Rashida, who started the Block Report radio show with me, where the police were running their motorbikes up on the legs and shins and over the feet of youngsters who were protesting in 2003. We defended ourselves and helped the youngsters defend themselves, and ended up getting beat up by the police and bogusly arrested, and we ended up suing the Oakland Police Department. So that's just some of the cases that I've been locked up for, but I've had a number of other cases where we've challenged the power system, where we challenge what it is that they put out in the news, and in a lot of ways we've made a lot of inroads into raising the consciousness, not just of people outside of our community, but even people within the black community in Oakland, and into looking at what the police does and what their role is in our community.
In regards to them profiling us and putting us all like under basically the political microscope, and really trying to use us as examples for different parts of the struggle, I think that it's actually going to backfire against them. So I think that almost what they're doing is building even stronger connections between the parts of the movement that they're trying to take down, and therefore making us a stronger, more unified force.
If you have a problem with the police, I say, take it at the doorstep of the police department. That's what I say.
You guys, be careful, there might be cameras in this area. Be careful, there might be cameras in this area. Those are cop cars. Oh, fuck. Come on, just keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. You guys, be careful. Be careful, stay together.
It's 2009, feeling fine from the party after New Year's Eve. You know the train's getting rowdy, and having a couple drinks doesn't make me an alkie. People started fighting and somebody pointed out me. Here come the bar police charging me. I don't author beef, I'm a father, please. I got a little girl at home, she only 4 years old. She my world, my flesh and bone, his tears started to roll. If they just looked him in his eye, they could see clear to his soul. But these cops only understand fear and control. Face down on the ground in a prone position. Bystanders start recording, cell phones was flipping, thinking he's another brother on the road to prison. They have no idea they gon' witness a lynching.
And I'm just here to say that everybody's talking about peace and we're still waiting on our justice. You know, Jim Crow is still in effect. It never died. It just changed the way it looked. And until we get some real justice, we're going to continue to use our freedom to assemble right here. And so until that happens, you can count on us being here.
We have a right to assemble. And all this hysteria about outside agitators, we feel that the outside agitators are the police. Across this nation, the police do not live and their kids don't go to the schools in the community. So we're going to talk about outside agitators. Let's keep the focus on the real perpetrators of violence to our kids. That's who's creating the violence.